I am Akiwa Adler-Belendez, poet, speaker, and teacher. This is a 4-minute video to raise funds for the ear operation of Pedro Miranda, considered by many Mexico's greatest living blind visual artist and photographer. Thank you for taking the time to watch it and share it. Pedro Miranda. He is a seal, no, a bright walrus, one that seems slow in the poverty of the first impression, but that has a tremendous speed within the densities of his own lucid darkness. The clothes he wears sometimes have a song woven into them that is a love song that can only be heard in Braille. His clothes are more of an artistic installation than a piece of clothing. He tells us about the streets that lead to his house. This is the street where the sound of engines mixes with the sound in his ears. In this other street, the smell of books invades him, and there's the barber's shop corner, where he can hear the unmistakable slashing of scissors, the smell of shaving cream. Through his senses, the corners of the city have a name of their own. He laughs at those that use disability to sell an idea or a product without questioning the form. He asks, is hair loss considered now a disability? With that same acute irony, he asks for blind photographers and visual artists to have access to professional studies beyond acts of charity and art therapy. His acid humor and radical nature is a balm for excessive sweetness. It is a bitter artichoke tea, a cleaning of our digestive systems, an antidote to the social sugar that can pierce us from the inside. I think that for Pedro Miranda, there is little difference between seeing a space and imagining it, and imagination and reality, in that kinesthetic and corporeal sense, is what finally throws the light of its vision onto the world. We are all Pedro Miranda because we see what surrounds us to the extent that we are willing with all our senses to perceive it. Pedro shows us how images can be freed from the tyranny of our eyes, renewed by slow and arduous effort, and so images can return to the watery and elusive night of their dreams, which they have never completely left from, despite our attempt. But all that has already been said about Pedro, about his work as an artist and teacher. It is an old idea, this business of dreaming, of our sleeping beauty that wakes up only through the kiss of the imagination, which, by the way, is Pedro's favorite fairy tale. What is not so known is that if Pedro doesn't operate his ears in a few months, in a costly and complicated operation, the treasure he offers could be lost to a great extent. Being blind and deaf, his communication with the outside world would be severely limited in his ability to navigate within it with such vigor. And then the blindness would be ours. I hope that all of us can have enough vision to deal with the problem in time and raise the necessary funds to make this operation possible. Don't let such an incredible artist, such treasure for humanity, be blind and deaf.